You may have noticed I was a little bit salty. Good evening, my beautiful new nations. Tsusasi here. I would like to move on to the pickups. So let's start with... Okay, so I loved the Genesis version of this game. It was freaking awesome. Great control, great... I mean, it's known that most of the Disney games on the Sega Genesis were just freaking flat out amazing, and this was no exception. Now, I never got to play the GameCube. I never got to play the Game Gear version, and so this is going to be a treat for me. There we go. The Lion King. And I've heard really good things about this, but I've never had a chance to play it. So I was super stoked to pick this up. I was surprised it was still sitting there because I was late to the event by, I don't know, about 15 minutes, and believe me, that's long enough for everything to be cleaned out. The aforementioned resellers. Let me stop before I get salty again. Like this sauce, which is delicious. So at any rate, glad to pick this up. Got this for less than $5, believe it or not. Next up, this is a game that I know kind of is an acquired taste. I played a little bit of it, borrowed a friend's copy, and I liked it. He did not, but I could not, for the life of me, find a way to convince him to just give it to me if he didn't like it. So he kind of didn't want it to leave his collection. He didn't want to gas in his collection. So, X-Men Games Master's Legacy. Yeah, it's not going to be one of the highest reviewed games or Marvel games, but I actually had fun with it. It could have something to do with the fact that I'm a huge X-Men fan and have been since I was itty-bitty. But yeah, it's actually a relatively fun game. It's not going to compare to any of the 16-bit versions of the X-Men games, obviously, nor is it what anyone would say is like a hidden gem or anything like that. But I liked it, and I got it for less than $5, so I'm good with that. I'm going to save the best for last. Columns. Yeah, you know what, I actually already had a copy, but my copy is super banged up from just being played a lot when I was in the military and traveling with me a lot. So this one was immaculate, and it was $2, so I picked it up. It's Columns. You know it, you love it, or you hate it. It was actually, for a puzzle game, it was remarkably polarizing. You know, you have your Tetris people, you have your Puyo Puyo people, and then you have Columns, which doesn't really fit in anyway. Anywho, moving along. Done. So second to last is yet another Disney game, and once again, I loved all of the Genesis Disney games. In fact, I was a huge fan of Quackshot. A lot of people didn't like the fact that, you know, it plays well and it's animated well and the music is fun. A lot of people didn't like the fact that you had to backtrack, you know, a la Metroidvania style, but in a way that they didn't like, to get different weapons that would gain you access on the different, like, you always get the little message, you have to have this first, and then you get the play and you fly back. Well, I've never played this on the Game Gear, but I'm willing to give it a shot because I've heard good things. Deep Duck Trouble, starring Donald Duck. It's a Disney game, it's Donald Duck. How could you possibly go wrong for less than $5? I'm definitely going to give it a shot. So this one, I absolutely couldn't believe I found. And no, it's not going to be as straight up awesome as its 16-bit brother, cousin. I don't know the relation to each other. So I played the hell out of the Genesis version, and I absolutely love this. One of my favorite games, not just because of the gameplay, which is amazing, not just because of the animation or the gameplay hook, or the way it controls, which I find to be marvelous. Some people think it's a little tricky, but it's just the gameplay mechanic, and if you master it, you're fine. But I have never played the Game Gear version. I can't wait. For less than $5, it's like $4.98 or something like that. Ristar. I consider this to be one hell of a find. Is it super rare? No. Is it super expensive? No. But I haven't seen it in a while. And to stumble upon it at a St. Vinnies at their, you know, mega sale on this grab bag table of various portable games and miscellany. There were even Atari games laying around this thing. I was super happy. I picked up a bunch of games, moving around, and boom, Ristar was there. So both of my Game Gears crapped out on me, and they probably need to be recapped, and they probably also need a good cleaning. I'm trying to determine whether or not I'm going to go down that road, or if I'm going to get a mod, or try modding myself, do a screen mod, a light source mod, or just get a whole new system that's modded for video output so that I can actually stream Game Gear games and review Game Gear games. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do I do a mod myself? Do I try to recap these? Or do I just start from scratch and just purchase an already modded Game Gear with video output? I don't know where to go with this. I'm definitely going to need some help if I do try to dive in myself. Probably Corey at Kinetic Mod would be helping me out. So let me know what you think in the comments. Along with that, I also picked up a couple of Dreamcast games, which I don't have with me because it just didn't seem practical to carry them with me. And that was, I picked up Echo the Dolphin, which unbelievably I did not have. I think I passed on it because I didn't see how it could possibly be as good as the two other Echo games. Well, wait. I guess more than that if you count the Sega CD versions as separate games. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't think it could possibly be as good as like the Sega CD versions because they went into 3D and, you know, then you start messing with the mechanics. But I had heard so many people say, hey, dude, this is like, this is a hidden gem, this is a game that people need to give a second look. And so that's what I'm doing. And I got it for like 10 bucks, I think. The other Dreamcast game is one that I never had any intention of picking up, and that's Evil Dead Hail to the King. And I mean, you gotta love Bruce Campbell. So, but honestly, I had heard of the game when I was, you know, collecting for Dreamcast, or playing games when the Dreamcast was actually a thing. I had heard of the game, but I just, you know, movie games based on movies, how can they possibly be good? And then it's like already a B movie, a campy film. So how is that going to translate? And I didn't read any good reviews. I saw some middling reviews, so I thought to myself, well, you know, this is at the time it was a full price game, and I passed. But I found it here. Now it's not, the case isn't in any great shape or anything, but the disc is. And so I decided, what the heck? I believe it was also like 10 or 12 bucks. Why not take a chance? I'm probably actually going to stream that. That's probably one of several games that I'm going to stream. One of several games I'm going to stream early on. Because I never had a chance to play it. I have not looked up any gameplay for it. I just remember there being like middling to poor reviews, but wow, campy goodness, and yeah, hail to the king, baby. So I'm probably going to grab my boomstick and stream that. So that'll be a lot of fun. At any rate, I'm going to get back to my dinner here. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We could use an undead army right about now, or at least an army of subscribers. Always trying to grow the channel. Growing the channel gives me an opportunity to interact more. That's how you survive on YouTube. That's how you get to continue making content and go bigger and better. So make sure you throw a comment down there. And like I said, if you want to see more, just hit that subscribe button and keep us going, keep the momentum going, and ring the notification bell so you know when the next video is up. And as always, thank you for coming along on the journey. Peace, love, and Nintendo.